Well, the gaslighting just keeps getting worse. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Kamala Harris. She's finally revealed her policies. Oh, wait, no, they're from the former failed President Joe Biden. Remember his administration? It was so bad he couldn't even run for re-election. Breaking news, Kamala Harris copied and pasted her policies website from the Biden campaign website, and you can see the report borrowing from Biden. The remainder of Harris' policies appear to be largely lifted from Joe Biden's now defunct campaign website. Harris focuses on her support for progressive issues like abortion and expanding diversity, equity, and inclusion, all of the DEI crap. Additionally, the policy page repeats Biden's false attacks on Project 2025, claiming that the independent presidential transition effort is an official arm of the Trump campaign. And so you also have that. But the key thing is here, Kamala Harris, I don't even know. I guess we finally got her policies and they're straight ripped from Biden. And so it's absurd because the whole idea of Kamala is she's different from Biden. This is a different campaign. She's trying to detach herself from the administration as she copies and pastes the Biden abandoned website. It's like you go to a website and there's like cobwebs and there's some grass overgrown, and that's what Biden's campaign website is at this point. I don't even know if it exists, but just, for in this story, let's just say it's like this abandoned website and you're just copying all of it and you're pasting it over to the new and improved. It's the exact same thing. So she says, oh, it's totally different when she's literally copying and pasting the same policies. And of course, we would expect some of them to be similar, but it is funny to see this actually happen to where she gets caught doing it. You've also got this. Lots of Obama people brought in to help are calling this the real election day, which hasn't helped Kamala with her nerves. And apparently they're having her memorize all this policy. All of her responses are going to be scripted. People are saying, oh, they're giving her the questions, things like that. I think we can kind of surmise what some of the questions are going to be or around there. So the key for Trump, this is what people are saying, is get her off script. And one of the things I'll be watching is what Kamala tends to do is she'll repeat the same words multiple times in a sentence, like around 3 times is what I'm hoping. And it just sounds like the most ridiculous thing ever, like she's just filling time by saying stuff that doesn't really make sense. We're not going to get the whole Biden situation where the guy can't talk because obviously nobody's as bad as Biden was. But I do think we could get some ridiculous word salad where she just spews and says the same thing in a different way 3 different times back to back to back. And that's what I'm really hoping for when it comes to that, and especially when it comes to this debate. But apparently the Obama people are saying there's a huge debate. And look, we can say, well, look at what happened with Biden and Trump. It ruins Biden's campaign. But to me, that's the exception. It's not the rule. And when it comes to this debate, I also did hear that there will be no real live audience. So it will be basically the exact same thing as the Biden-Trump debate. If you guys watched that, this is going to be the exact same. I think the exact same rules, the muted mics, the no crowd, they're both going to be standing. Kamala Harris, if you guys don't know, she did want the mics to be unmuted and she wanted to sit along with having a notepad. She wanted them to both to be able to have a notepad, and none of that happened, which I think is just hilarious considering the minimal stuff she's done anyways. The only time she was really interviewed since she became the nominee, she had Waltz right next to her and he was being asked questions. She can't even do a one-on-one interview, and now she wants notes at the debate. She's just not cut out for this. This is absurd. It's a square peg round hole. She just is not cut out for this job, and so they're trying to hide her every which way. And you can see this tweet: the U.S. has no functional president and has not had one for months, and it's barely noticeable and barely matters because there's a permanent unelected machine that runs the government. And so it's so weird to process this, really, what's going on with the United States and the fact that liberals, conservatives, independents, we all know that Biden is doing basically nothing. And that's why it was so frustrating back when Biden was the actual candidate and liberals were just lying their asses off saying that Biden was a good president and he was doing stuff when he could barely formulate a sentence. And we were all sitting there saying this is ridiculous. And now, since Biden's officially dropped out of the 2024 race, they don't have to hide it anymore. And it's blatantly obvious that they really don't give a shit. He's doing nothing. He's contributing nothing to the government. He's not showing any sign of leadership. He can't. He's too old. He's too compromised at this point in terms of his mental capacity. And so this is what we're left with. And how do you process? It's like, what are we supposed to do with it? I mean, it's just, the one word is it's a charade. It's just a total charade. The entire thing with Biden is a complete charade. And it just goes to show you how blatantly people lie and how blatantly badly the mainstream media lies when they said that Biden, I mean, remember, they were arguing that Trump was in worse mental shape than Biden. Yes, they were arguing that. And now they're arguing, oh, Trump's too old right now. Kind of the same thing that the Trump people were saying. But of course, with Trump, it's not going to work because Trump looks extremely good for his age. And it was never necessarily, oh, you're 78 versus 81. It was the fact that Biden looked like he was about 120 and Trump looked like he was about 60. That's the real problem, rather than it being, oh, he's 81 versus 78. Biden looked horrible. Trump looked really good. Trump looks way better than Bill Clinton, and Trump is older than Bill Clinton. It's not about necessarily the exact age, about how good you look in terms of your capacity. Trump, we know he does all these rallies. They said he's going to start doing 2 a day again once it really gets going in late September, early October. And so he is just a literal machine, and he's been doing many, many more rallies than Harris. Harris can't do rallies because she can't draw crowds. That's not me being some crazy conspiracy conservative. That is what it is. It's been reported multiple times. I mean, if you want me to go find the receipts, I can. It's like, how do you even debate these people? It's so ridiculous. Like, she cannot draw a crowd. They have to. This is 2 times now it's happened. They've had to bring buses in from other states to get them to the rally because nobody cares. This is just. It is what it is. This is just the truth. We've got photos and videos of the buses. Trump should mention the buses tonight because it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. But then people say, well, it's not policy. It's Trump just caring about stupid stuff. So I could understand that as well. And then I don't know what this is. I mean, this is crazy. People talking about, it's not happening when it comes to the migrants eating the pets and the migrants eating the ducks. Well, no, this didn't surprise me at all when it came out. And this originally came out, like, look at this. JD Vance spreads racist rumor that Haitian immigrants are abducting people's pets. Well, no, that was reported by the residents, you dumbasses, in Springfield. But, it looks bad. But I thought they already admitted it was happening because remember they came out with the article and said, oh, you dumb racist white people, you eat chicken. So it's the same thing as them taking the duck. No, you can't go to a neighborhood swan that's in a pond and eat it. That's not allowed. That's not how we do things here. So that's not right. And that's what they were doing. And that's what the citizens were saying. They're going around eating ducks, and they there was a story about a cat as well. And so that's why all the cats came out and endorsed Trump, and then they got pissy about it because they're like the animal people. Well, no, you're the ones that are letting animals be put in danger because you want more votes with all the migrants. And listen, the whole idea of this, if you actually want to have a debate why liberals would dump 20,000 Haitian migrants into a Republican city with a population of 58,000, do you know how evil that is? Like, seriously, do you really? You know what? Let's just have a debate about that. None of these people writing these articles will ever do that because that is so evil. The population is 58,000. They dumped 20,000. Oh my God. They've ruined a city. And you want to gaslight us and say we're like, there it is. JD Vance is racist. This is just, people need to understand the point of this. This is not right what they're doing. And then the gaslighting. JD Vance is so racist. Those poor immigrants. Oh, they're going to vote Democrat, but we don't care about that. We don't care. We just want them in the country. We're just pro-immigrants. If immigrants were voting for Republicans 80% of the time, we'd want them deported. But don't worry about that. No, don't worry about that. No, it's not because we want their vote. It's not because in the census we're losing all the electoral votes in California and everyone's leaving the state and we're gonna. I mean, look at the census update in 2030 when California loses all the electoral votes. Same thing with New York and Florida gains and Texas gains. And the cope is like, oh, now North Carolina is the swing state. They have to turn that into. See, this is the other thing that I was talking to people about. People are like, well, what's going on with North Carolina? They're so desperate. Remember the math in 2020 and 2016. They said that in both years, they said they were going to win Florida. They said they were going to win Ohio. Both of those states, that's a combined like 50 electoral votes. Or I think Florida's like 30, Ohio's like 16. That's a lot of electoral votes that are now completely off the table for Democrats. So they have to go to another state, and it's like, oh, it's North Carolina, and now they're trying to rehash and say, oh, Texas is the swing state, and it's going to be close. To be fair, most normal liberals are not saying that, to be fair. But they are saying that, oh, they're going to win North Carolina. They have to try and go to these other states, even though Trump's won North Carolina in 2020 and 2016 with much worse approval numbers in comparison to Hillary and Biden during their election years. You've got Kamala, who's basically barely breaking even with her approval. Trump's at -7. It's significantly closer in terms of the margin versus where Hillary and Trump were, and also Trump and Biden were. And also the polls are better now for Trump in North Carolina this time than they were in September of 2020 or September of 2016. But there has to be cope. And you see this, what they did was horrible, but no, JD Vance is racist. It's all racist. The white citizens of Springfield said that they were doing that. They're racist. No, they're just racist. You're right. Source code from Kamala's newly released policy page reveals it was copied and pasted directly from the source code. Source code. Oh, Trump's comebacks.
Business to run for president. It's a tough business to run for president.
I know you're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is
real tough.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3. I never.
They missed the best part. He was just like, let's see. I'm at 42. You're at 3. So I think it's working out pretty good for the Rand Paul clip, not the Rand Paul clip.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there.
Oh, no, that's not the right one. You guys remember the Rand Paul clip when he's like, well, this was at the hangar. This was at the airplane hangar with the airplanes in the background, and there's like 11 of them, probably like the second primary debate. And Trump's like, well, first of all, I don't know why Rand Paul is here. There's far too many people here anyways. He was getting like less than 1%. I don't even know why they did and I like Rand Paul. I don't dislike Rand, but that is funny, honestly. Dude, I'm going to lose it. Dude, this is so fake acting. I'm sorry. If I watch this, the acting, look at the photo. But dude, look at the fake acting. Wait.
What in the hell is this? The chairman tweets, protect our ducks and kittens
this
in
is so
Ohio
fake
because
acting.
he goes down some crazy rabbit hole, completely debunked that aliens are
It's debunked. Pets. They said it. The citizen. Look at the
God. Are you okay, Mr. Chairman?
Dude, there's better acting in adult
movies. For a very
movies.
long time, you tweeted.
There's better acting in adult films.
Promoted Kanye West as he was calling for genocide
Dude, this is so
against the
fake.
Jews, and you kept it
this
up.
Is horrible.
And now, when we have victims coming here, tweeting this nonsense. I don't know why you would do this. I hope you're okay. I don't know if the aliens who are eating your ducks are in the room with us.
Dude, but it's just like, this is such I'm sorry, I might have to end this video. Oh. But it's just like, the visual of him, it's worse acting than you'd see in adult films. And like right behind it, it's just the photo. I don't know if I can.
What in the hell is this? The chairman tweets, protect our ducks and kittens in Ohio because he goes down some crazy rabbit hole, completely
wait for the face palm.
Aliens are eating pets? My God. Are you okay, Mr. Chairman? Because
what was that? Was that a voice crack? Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that is, but guys, the story here is she's copying all of Biden's policies, like in the source code. You can see, I mean, they looked it up. So she's just taken all of Biden's policies. They didn't even run it through ChatGPT and say, scramble the words up, make it look different. That's how lazy they are. And so she says it's going to be different, but it's total gaslighting because of the exact same policies, word for word, according to the source code as Biden. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.